have the opportunity of listening to her fantastic, or learning from her fantastic mind. She just has such wonderful reading knowledge, and we're going to have that opportunity to learn from her again today. So if you'll get your binder again, you'll find the tab that says Anita Archer, and you'll turn behind the third orange tab. You should find the presentation entitled Reading Comprehension, The Big Ideas. I know during the day and a half, you've had an opportunity to read all of her spectacular credentials. So we want to give her as much time as possible to present to us. So I'd like to bring for your enjoyment, Dr. Anita Archer.
Thank you. You know, I just have to get my mic on here first. I think we're on. Good. I can't do this because if I'm teaching children and I am a long distance from them, could they be making other choices? Yes or no, everyone? Yes. And so we know that up close and personal teaching is the only route to go in reading first. And I believe if you are the last keynote speaker, that it is your only option. I have been watching you, and I know now who I need to move in on. I know where I need to go to get full attention. So one of the things that has recently occurred, of course, is this interim report, and the measure was comprehension. And so all across the country, I've been asked, what do we need to do to ensure higher comprehension? And you know, one of the things that I was looking at was the light bulb, the light that is sitting right in front of you. So I want you to get your eyes on the light. Get your eyes on the light. And so there you have the things we need to do. And the first one is we'd better be involved in I for what, everyone? Instructing. With enthusiasm, everyone. Instructing. And then we have to do D for what, everyone? Delivering. And then we have to do E for engaging. And then we have to do S for sustaining. And let's just talk about sustaining. Raise your hand if you've been involved in reading first for, let's say, more than 3 years. Okay, and so you have walked the path. You know the 5 components. You know what we need to be doing. And you know, sometimes I think people begin to believe that the path is going to change. That there's going to be a new answer for comprehension. And I'm here to tell you, woo, there's not. It is the same old answer. It is the 5 components. If you cannot do you have phonemic awareness or decoding or vocabulary or background knowledge or comprehension strategies, there is no hope. And so my goal today is to remind us of the path and for us to stay on it and not to get sidetracked. Because even at a conference like this, there's so much knowledge coming at you that sometimes you can forget what is the path. So we are going to look at this. But first, I am going to engage you during this because it's the end of your day. And is it possible that even gifted coaches could go into deep cognitive floating? Yes or no, everyone? Yes, it could happen. And not only that, it is possible that you might let your mind go somewhere else, like, where should we go for lunch? Do we have more mall time? Now, when I came here, I could not believe we were having a conference next to a mall, and that they actually expected people to stay in session. I mean, it is really asking a lot. It was, however, one step above last week in Las Vegas with the casino backdrop. And so at least here we have. But, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask questions sometimes, and I'll raise my hand. Luckily, we have the big picture so you can see it, though I will tell you my front view is better than my back. And I will put up my hands, and this says, think, do not blurt. And when I lower my hands there, you'll say the answer. And then sometimes you're going to say answers to a partner. So if you would, get a partner at your table and get the number 1 and 2. If you have 3, make the middle person 1 and the others 2s and go. Great. Okay, fall silent. So, really, the answer to comprehension is not a simple one, as I talked about yesterday, but it is already given a direction, a path, a consistent way of going from all of our background in reading first. And so we're going to just review those big ideas, because with our teachers, do we have to be tenacious and going back to the big ideas again and again and again? Yes or no, everyone? Yes. You know, they might begin to believe, woo, fluency, not critical. The letter sound associations, I'll skip them or have them discover them. So we have to be absolutely tenacious and hold the course. So even as we add little things here and there, the big ideas are never lost, because that is dangerous in any organization, that our attention might be taken away from what we need to constantly go back to. So check your partner to see if they have the right handout. So check the match there, and hopping over to page 2. Yay, good job. Looking up here. Someone asked me yesterday, why did I keep saying, check your partner, check your partner? It's because it's such a little valuable thing to do when you're teaching children. So you say to first graders, open your book to page 14, check your partner. You actually end up with every first grader on the right page, major miracle. You say to the second graders, write a name on your paper, check your partner. And everybody actually ends up with a name on their paper. Now we're talking supreme miracle. And why does it work? Because actually, you're more interested in Robert's behavior than your own. And not only that, have you noticed people are very willing to give you advice they don't even follow? And so it's just human nature. Well, when I looked at that data that came out, one of the questions that I was wondering about was this. Because the measures were comprehension, people are assuming that what we need to do is more work on comprehension strategies. But that is not the only reason that you might do poorly on a test in first, second, and third grade on comprehension. There is a possibility, you can't read the words. And if you can't read the words, is it possible that might take a toll on your comprehension? Yes or no, everyone? Yes. And so we have to be careful not to take our eyes off of this. Because in America, we've already had 20 years of my 41 years of working in education, where we did just hope children would discover decoding and ability to sound out words and letter sound associations. And we had 2 beautiful human beings who reminded us that not everyone discovers it, and that teaching still needs to occur. Last year I had the